Lumina, Pocomania, Dinky Mini, Mental, Ska, Rocksteady, Reggae, Dancehall. Welcome to Emprezz's studio, riding with me, Emprezz. I'm sitting here and I am definitely waiting for Derrick Morgan right here in Freetown, Clarendon. Actually, the road is called Derrick Morgan Close and this is his studio. We're talking about a career from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s until now. I'm young and all I want to do is learn from the veteran about his musical journey. So stay with me while we wait for Derrick Morgan.
I gotta get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Rise up, rise up, rise up. You gotta keep on moving.
Jamaica, Jamaica.
Derrick Morgan, tell us a little bit about growing up. Where were you born? Where did you go to school?
I was born in Shorten. That is the district in Moko, Clarendon.
Moko, Clarendon.
Yes, they always say all people from Moko are food. Me are one of the food.
You're one of the food.
Yes.
Moko. Where did that name come from?
I wouldn't know really, but it's spelled M-O-C-H-O.
All right.
We call it Mocho.
Mocho.
Yeah.
In Clarendon.
Clarendon.
Yes.
And the district was in Shorten. I was born there, and at the age of 5, I left to Kingston. And the reason leaving Clarendon to Kingston at the age of 5, they found out that my eyes weren't good. When I said that the doctors tell them in Clarendon that I'm suffering from night blindness. That's what they call it.
When you were 5?
I started that my aunt found out when I was 3. And then my mother was in Kingston working, you know, and she get in touch with my mom and let her know I have to come up in Kingston to see the doctor and so on. And so they took me to Kingston at the age of 5. And when I went to the doctor there, they said I'm suffering from night blindness. It's in the late now in the US since I turned big man. I found the right name for the sickness. It's retinal pigmentosis. Retinal pigmentosis, that's what they call it.
Okay.
That means I could see in the days. I reach at 6 in the evening. I'm a blind man.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
So this was happening to you as a young boy, 3 to 5.
Right until I'm a big old man.
Okay.
Like, yeah. But they say the older I get, it will be worse. The worse it become, and right now I'm not seeing nobody. I didn't know what you look like. I know you're a pretty girl.
Of course, you're a smart man. You're you're a smart man.
Turns me on.
All right. They say all the senses are heightened when you lose one, right?
That's right.
You're a smart man.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you though. Schooling, yes, schooling now.
I was schooling. My mother took me to Almantown Primary, and that's where I started at the age of 7. And from 11, I leave to Kingston Senior. And from Kingston Senior, I was there till the age of 15. After left, and put me to a school called Grantham College. And from Grantham College, I was spend a year and leave to one called Model Private.
Model Private.
After finish Model Private now, I went away and started to look work at the age of 17. I go to the welfare at Hanover Street. I used to work at the welfare as a keeper.
Okay.
But it only lasted me 6 months because the eyes wouldn't allow me to continue the work. So what whenever I read long, you know, I would run a lot of water.
Oh.
So the next thing was to try to become a singer, because when I'm in school I used to sing every Friday. They have school concert, and I always compete and become number one at all times in school. So I started to say I heard of Beer John's.
Beer John's Opportunity Hour in Kingston.
Right. And what I did is I did like Liquor Richards. I used to love Liquor Richards' style of songs and so on, and I imitated him by singing two of his songs and go down by Beer John's, Bonito and the band, and they practiced me and they picked me that day. And I compete against Wilfred Jackie Edwards, Wayne Gray, Artens Ellis, the black, the right, brothers, Richard Brothers, and Eric Montemars. And I came in first that night. Imitating Liquor Richard, Lantar Sally.
And you came first. I want you to show us, really take us on a journey through the Beer John Opportunity Hour. First of all, it was a talent show.
It's a talent show.
Who was Beer John?
Beer John was he was the head of the talent show. This man called Beer John, and he used this band called Bonnie Bonito and the All Star Band. What it was, he have a double bill show. Every Tuesday night, they would have a double bill show at Palace Theatre. They used to have it in Ambassador Theatre as well as Palace Theatre. Well, I go to Palace Theatre and get the auditions and pass. And that night it was a double bill show with two different shows, they call it double bill that night. And the theatre was rammed.
About how many people you think?
A lot of people. If you know Palace Theatre, I don't know if you know it now because from the hurricane it
hasn't been in operation.
No. But it's a big theatre and people are on the walls. So you must know it was a lot of people there. You know? And because the shows them was good, two good shows showing at the night. So between the first and the last show, you have a half-hour break for a talent show, and the audience would be the judge.
Okay, so they clap and scream for who they like, and whoever had the loudest roar would be the winner. What would you win?
£2.
£2. What could £2 buy? What year are we looking at first?
I'm looking at 1957.
1957.
Yeah.
What could £2
could buy a lot of things, a lot of things.
Like what? Breakfast?
You could get clothes.
Yeah.
You can buy clothes. You could buy food, everything. Drunk your friend.
Yeah.
Because at Chopin's, that was 3 penny there.
Yes.
The Chopin's could buy you 6 beers.
Wow.
You understand? 6 beers for 3 pennies.
£2, you were doing all right.
Yeah, £2 was good. And Bim and Bam was in the audience when I won that night, and they decided to take me around the island with them because they used to keep stage show all around.
So Bim and Bam at that time were comedians. Two comedians. Do you remember any of their jokes?
There are so many of their jokes.
Tell us some, because a lot of young people are like, who is Bim and Bam?
Bam would say, Bam, tell me, how many feet into a yard? Bam would say, Chuck, that's easy, man. Not 3? He said, no, man, that can't ride. He said, what you mean it don't ride? He said, well, it depends how much people live in a yard. So everybody carry different feet.
Yeah.
You know, he have a lot of jokes. They was very good at them jokes.
Okay, so you went on the road with Bim and Bam.
Bim and Bam and go around with artists, good artists too. Artists like the Blues Busters. You have Wayne Gray, Wilfred Edwards, Derrick Harriet and the Driving Juniors, Cone Prince Miller and the Downbeats. You have Bobby and Faith. You have a lot of good artists those days. But there wasn't recording artists at the time.
More live artists.
Live stage shows artists. You have two men on a bicycle, the balance on the bicycle, and call themselves Cabra.
Cabra.
And go under this between the bicycle and hop and down. Do very great things.
Wow. So what kind of audiences were you playing for outside of Kingston?
Full theater audience all around. Montego Bay. We go to Montego Bay, we go to Maypen Copper Theater, we go to Duncan's, we go to down in St. Elizabeth, that theater here. All our theaters
All
you
through
can
Jamaica.
think, and St. Mary, go right around.
All right. That is 1960.
1970.
This is 70 now.
57.
57 when you were, that's when you really started.
Yeah.
So the live performances. So 57, when did you first get in the studio now and record
The first time I
song?
get in the studio, 1959.
Okay.
That was with Duke. I heard of him doing auditions to go into the studio. At that time, I heard Wilfred Edwards and Wilfred and Higgs and Wilson. They sing Whole Man. Wilfred Edwards did him this song called Say You're Gonna Love.
Yes.
Your Eyes Are Dreaming. And then I heard going with Who Saw the Thunder. And these guys were going around with Bim and Bam and me, myself. And when I heard them on the radio, I said, oh, how you get on the radio? And no one tell me. No one would say to me, well, boy, it's such and such. So one day I was leaving rehearsal, Jubilee Tile Garden, that's where Bim used to do the rehearsal. I'm going home and I met this guy and he said to me, I heard Duke Reed doing auditioning for recording. And I said, yes, I'm asking where Duke Reed was. So he told me Bond Street and Charles Street corner. So I said, okay. And I go home, I go up on a old car there in the backyard there. And I start beat drum with my own hand and start write song. Because those times I wasn't writing song because I was only imitating Licker Richards right around. They called me Licker Richie.
That was your nickname?
Nickname Licker Richie.
Licker Richie.
At the time. So after I wrote two songs. One called Lover Boy and one called Oh My Love Is Gone. And I went down to Duke Reed to find him and I saw him. It was he had a liquor store. It was a big liquor store. And I went in and asked for Mr. Reed and said, yes, I am Mr. Reed. And said, what can I do for you? I said, I heard that you're doing some auditions, so I'll come to check you out. He said, can you sing? I said, yes, sir. He said, sing. I said, where, sir? He said, sing right here in front of all the people that's buying him still. So I started singing Lover Boy for him. I want a girl to dance with me. I want a girl to romance me. And then, meanwhile, singing me, I make my own music. I want a girl to call my phone.
All right.
So doing it. And then say, yes, do you have any more? I say, yes, sir. I say, go ahead. I say, oh my, boom, boom, oh my, love is gone. Boom, boom. He say, yeah, man, stop here. Come to rehearsal tomorrow. That was a Wednesday. At Majestic Theater. I went there, saw this band called Jack Jerry and John Baker and those men sit there and they listen to me and play the music and say, yes, sound good. And the following day, I went to the studio.
How long did it take you to record? Which song did you record?
Two songs.
2 songs. How long did it take you?
It didn't take much time because they called me Derrick Morgan, the one drop man.
One drop, done.
The first song that I got there and recorded, when I record Oh My Love Is Gone first, it just one, from the practice one more time in the studio, it just go down because it wasn't, those recording days where everything just go down at the same time.
One time, one take.
One track through.
And that's it. Wow, that's your first recording with Duke Reed. Oh My Love Is Gone. I have so much more that I want to ask you. I hear your dog barking out there. Yeah, so is it a girl or a boy?
2 boys.
2 boys I have. All right, let me go calm them down and we continue talking. All right.
I gotta get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Rise up, rise up, rise up. You gotta keep on moving.
So what was Duke Reid like as a producer, as a man?
Very good man. Man, you can really understand. You walk with two big guns. You have a
Yeah,
lot
I've
of
heard
rings
that.
on his finger.
I've heard that before about
Yeah.
the two guns. Yeah.
Yeah, and his gun is just a protection. And there were days we never used to really have gun trouble. Bars that man when use gun on. But he used to have his two guns on him. And sometimes they would go upstairs. That is before is when it start build his studio on top of his business place.
Okay.
And then now we start going to his studio to record after a while. It is coming on in the 70s. And sometime he would go up there. One day I remember he said to me, he said, Derrick, suppose me over just look for you and me kill you, me shoot you, me shoot everybody way up here. What a big funeral. He said, no, brother, try it with me though. You know? But away from that, it's just joke.
Yeah.
And man, I hear many artists saying, no, joke with the bus gun in a studio. That is not true. Never used to bust no gun in no studio. I remember one time he came upstairs and he took out him gun and fire in the air.
Okay.
And he upstairs, you know, just feeling good.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But him not to hurt no one, I saw.
All right. And then the second song, so you did two songs that time.
Yeah.
In 59 at Duke Reid.
They have to do Oh My, the same day we recorded Oh My and Lover Boy.
Oh My
Lover Boy become a #1 song on the sound system. Because
Yes.
what Duke never do is used to release songs. They used to keep them on the sound like what the people them do as dub plate now. So what he do, And then he have a friend called Edwards, King Edwards.
Yes.
So he give King Edwards a cut of that song, and King Edwards used to play it on a corner they call S corner. So he changed the name of the song from Loverboy to S corner rock, because it was the #1 tune on the corner.
Escana.
Escana.
Where was Escana?
I guess
exactly?
S corner was at Maxfield Avenue,
Okay.
between Maxfield and Tuareg Crescent, going right from like an S there.
Interesting.
Escana.
Interesting. King Edwards, no.
Yeah.
Who's King Edwards?
King Edwards was a big sound system, man.
Yeah.
Big heavy sound.
Mm-hmm.
You have King Edward the Giant, you have Duke Reed, you have Sir Coxon.
So the whole song was called, or King Edwards
King
is
Edward is a song.
was the
by
sound
itself.
itself.
Yeah,
Okay.
King Edward.
Reed,
And you have Duke Reed.
Coxon.
And you have Sir Coxon.
Mhm.
Downbeat. Then you would have Count Nick, you have Bells the President, you have there's so many sounds all around, but the best sound of all to me in them days was one you have one named Waldron,
Waldron.
and you have one named this song used to play at caterers. I don't remember his name, but
I
he
wasn't
was my
around.
#1. He was my #1 set because he
Okay.
used to play good music.
Good music at that time was mainly Jamaican artists or a lot of international acts?
International. I love international artists. We play Jamaican music. Among the big set, them used to play the Jamaican music. But the hi-fi set, them play mostly American songs. Like songs like Shirley and Lee. You have Rascal Garden. You have Professor Lanier. Songs like Gina and Eunice. Otis Raining. Sam Cooke. Benny King.
So a lot of that
Jerry
music.
Butler.
And you did a Benny King song.
Yeah, I do a lot of Benny King.
Yeah.
Benny King is my favorite artist.
Was your favorite artist? Okay, so influenced you. So not only did you cover some of Benny
I
King's
cover a lot
songs,
of Benny King
yeah, but it also influenced your sound
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, let's go now to the third and fourth recordings and the different producers you worked with after Juke.
Well, after Juke, I remember once I going on the street, I met this guy called himself Prince Buster. And he asked me if I could help him out in some music. Because them time now, after I leave Juke, the first recording I did was for Lyrical Wonder, named A.U. Fat Man, Leave My Girl Alone.
Yes.
And he was the first man that released out one of Derrick Morgan's songs, and it was #1.
Okay.
And from Fat Man to #1, and every song come after going #1, like one with Eric Monty-Morris and myself called Now We Know Who This Great Generation. And that was the #1 also. So Prince Buster saw me and asked me about helping him in recording some songs and so on. Because I want to be a producer. I said, okay. And he had a song called They Got to Go. And help him fix it up and so on. And we go to the studio. They do 13 songs a day, and they all 13 songs was the #1 hit.
Wow.
Yeah. And it came that Juke really helped him out by giving him some money in doing that session. So he must have give Juke Reed some of the song. He gave Rock Reed one of the worst songs that he made, the one called Let God Do It. I never knew it would become a #1 hit.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that ended up on Juke Reed's label.
Yeah, Let God Do It with Rico Rodriguez. Yeah. And after recording, now I record with Buster doing I do Shake a Leg, and I take Monty Morris with me and do Humpty Dumpty. And Bassett Gabby Dan do one called Warping, as well as the Folks Brothers with Go Carolina.
Yes.
And you know, Raymond Harper with Some Blood, something in the blood, I don't remember. And Buster, I was recording him with him for a good while, doing good songs with him. But you know, those days it's only £10 a song you get in.
Okay.
Every song you sing, if I sing 2 songs, I get £20 and so on. But one day, you know, while I was at my home, I met this little boy come to me and said to me, him just go at a place called Beverly's. And Mr. Kang would like to see me. But at the same time, Mr. Kang want me to listen to this little youth and hear what he have. So he was singing a song to me called Dearest Beverly. I said, he was singing it in ballad. And I said, well, that song not sound bad, but, says this fast music go on right now. And have, him say, have another one called Hurricane Hattie. And I'm sing it to him and say, I like it. And say, all right, come meet this man. And he carried me down to Orange Street and North Street corner. And we met this man called Leslie Khan. And he was Beverly's. The restaurant they called Beverly's Restaurant. So that's how Jimmy, that's how this guy I'm talking about is called Jimmy Cliff now. His right name was James Chambers.
Okay.
So when I went there with him and met this man called Leslie, Leslie said, boy, a long time I wanted to go to find him. And he wanted to go into the music business, what can I do for him? And I said, well then, my musician is John Baker and the All Stars and so on, so I must get them and then come see me. I get John Baker and then come see him and so well then I want to go in business. And I went to the studio with him and Jimmy himself. He named Jimmy Cliff too. He named him Jimmy. He said every James is a Jimmy.
Is that Jimmy? Yes.
So I'm just giving him Jimmy Cliff.
Well, I wonder where the Cliff came from.
I don't know where the Cliff came from, but he named him Jimmy.
Jimmy Cliff.
Jimmy Cliff.
Interesting.
In the presence of me.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
And then he was he was a man with ideas because I remember him said to Jimmy, I want you, since these girls doing the Miss Jamaica business and, beauticians, and say, why not sing a song named Miss Jamaica? And then give Jimmy the first two lines, you're my Miss Jamaica, And Jimmy wrote on that and become a number one too. He even come to me and said, Derrick, why you don't do one song called Greedy Girl? I just say, okay, and the title, just jump on the piano and ding, 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 and that's it. Come with Greedy Girl was number one.
Another number one tune. This is all at Beverly's. With Leslie Khan.
We do a lot of number one with Leslie. I never want to leave Leslie because he used to pay me £20
a song.
Per song.
So he was the highest paying producer at the time. You know what? I want to know what's going on with Prince Buster though. I mean, this time you moved from Prince Buster to Leslie Khan.
Yeah.
And we know there was a little bit of a musical war going on there with you and Prince Buster.
In 1962, I wrote this song called Forward March, which is the Jamaica independence. Jamaica get independent in 1962. And I wrote a song called Forward March, and Deadly Edley, which is Edley Bennett, on alto sax player, he blew a solo in that song. And Prince Buster claimed that solo come from one half his song. So while I was at Leslie Khan the day, a guy come to me again. Me always have a little man who was sick for me, He come and said to me, why Derrick, I was a student today and I hear Prince Buster out there sing a song and him say, you will make it out. I say, how the song go? He say, you're black-head China man. And I say, you don't know no word from it. He say, boy, I'm going to let me catch. I say, right, alright. And I go on the piano, me and Desmond. All those artists come through my hands. Desmond, Decker, Jimmy Cliff, Bob Marley, the whole of them come through my hand. The guy was the man who did the audition for Leslie Khan.
Okay, so you would audition them so they would then pass you to get to... Okay. Leslie.
And I wrote this song called Blazing Fire. And Leslie said, give me 3 words. Hey, Nitam, Mumzai. And I said, what that means? And said, boy, that means listen, you fool in Chinese. And I put that on that song. And as Prince come with Blackhead China, man with Blazing Fire. And that was it. It start clash against one another. And when you hear that going on, and people always buy my songs over him in a while. And he come and said, Derrick, all you're getting is praise and the Chinaman bank in the race. And then I go back to him and said, well, while I was singing for you, I never get the praise, much less the raise. We keep going on after one another.
The origins of some clash in there,
and
which is still today in our culture.
yes, but what happened, it's different from what's going on today. Our own is just musical war. These men throwing back at one another and so on.
Taking it too far.
They've gone too far with it.
Stay with me in your studio
That's
and my
right.
studio,
That's
our
right.
studio, all of Jamaica's studio. I am
course.
loving this history. Are you?
I gotta get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Rise up, rise up, rise up. You gotta keep on moving.
Jamaica, Jamaica.
I gotta get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Rise up, rise up, rise up. You gotta keep on moving.
So Derrick, you mentioned Jimmy Cliff, Bob Marley. What was Bob Marley like as a person?
Well, I said to you, I met him at Charles Street and Orange Street. I have a girlfriend. I used to go at the bar, pub, whatever you want to call it. I used to go there and have my liquor at the time, and she knew him, a
Okay.
young boy, and come and she said to me, "Hey, boy, you try to help him out. And he's singing, if he can't sing anymore." So, well, make him meet me up at Beverly's. And that, when she told me about him that time, I haven't seen him again for nearly a year. When he do come to Beverly, it was him and Jimmy who came up there.
Yes.
And when they come, I saw audition him. He saw him called One Cup of Coffee. Judge Not, 2 songs they had, and we listened to him and it sounding good. And Leslie said, yes, well, let's record him. And record him after record that song. But 1963. At the same time, I was going to migrate to England because Prince Buster hand me back, draw me back out of Beverly's.
Oh yeah. After all of that.
After all of that, he asked me to sign a contract with his management to go to England. And I never get the opportunity to reach England. So I said, okay, I will take that trip. And it was paying me £1,000.
Whoa.
£1,000 was good money.
That's the first time you see a big £1,000.
And so Leslie Kang said, "Derrick, you can't go." I said, "But you never offer me £1,000 yet for me to sing for you and thing." And he said, "Boy, I can give you more than that, so you don't go." And so, well, you never offer me otherwise. But him send away Jimmy, he send away Desmond.
Deca.
Yeah, because he didn't want me to leave his camp because them call me the hit maker and the hit breaker. Every song I do for him go #1.
Oh.
They don't want me to leave the camp go England like the rest. And I went I was going to migrate after signing the contract with Buster, that is Blue Beat Records in England.
Blue Beat.
I decided to have a farewell show. It was 2 farewell shows with them. We with Bob Marley and one at Palace,
Yes.
3 farewell shows. One at Palace, one at the Maypen Copper Theatre, and one in Montego Bay.
That was your Derrick Morgan farewell.
Farewell shows, yeah.
Sold out?
Yeah, they were sold out. I was the #1 in
Yes, you were.
But they love Derrick and Patsy and Derrick.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So that night at Maypen, Bob sing, but he dance more than he sing. He's a bigger dancer than a singer. So he was dancing too hard and tired.
I heard Alton Eltis too was a big dancer
Yes,
before he was a
before
singer.
singing,
See?
So when Bob, I take him in the backstage and I said to Bob, said, "Boy, you can't do it the way they say, now go manage it. What you have to do is sing 2 verses, and when they don't reach the solo part, you dance. Then after that you go back and sing. Yes, you go and kill out yourself." He said, "Okay, take your advice." Montego Bay him decide to do what I tell him to do. So in Montego Bay him go on with the tune, first tune him sing was One Cup of Coffee. And when he reach the soul him start dancing, man, and when him go back to the verse, the people them start booing. They boo him. But him never feel no way, him never shame, him never stop, him just going to judge not before you judge yourself.
Straight away.
When the audience hear that, the audience believe him, it's that true word on them.
Oh.
And I'm telling you, that day he tear down the whole place with that song.
Oh.
And from this I know so that guy was going to be something great. But I have nothing else to do with him career because I had to leave to England.
So you're on your way to England. First
Yes.
time you leave in Jamaica.
Yes.
£40,000.
Yeah.
You and Prince Buster make back
Both
friends.
of us going to England.
Blue Beat Records now.
Yes, that's
Were you afraid of that flight?
No, I wasn't afraid of the flight, none at all. Well, all I wanted to is reach England. When I go and reach a place and I used to look down. I looked down. I could see in the days. You know,
Yes.
looking down, it's pure factory. Me, I say, wait, how about this? Pure chimlet in the air. But that's how the house is built, and I didn't know.
The chimney then with the
Pure
smoke.
chimlet coming out.
Yeah.
And when I land, it's cold. I said, what is this? It's not my country. And you know, I'm gonna stay 6 months. I couldn't take it.
Couldn't take the cold.
No.
Where did you go from there?
Back to Jamaica.
But England, though, your songs must have been all over the
Oh,
place,
all over
of course.
The world, all over the thing.
Yeah.
Europe, I'm very, very big.
Big in Europe.
Yes.
And would you say Europe respects, or should I say appreciates you and your music more than Jamaica right
Yes,
now?
they do.
What
They
is it?
do
Even the young
appreciate
people
me.
over there appreciate
I'm
the...
telling the oldest person come to my show is a 25-year-old.
But why is that? What's going on with us?
I don't know because imagine I'm reaching 70 now. I start
Yeah, young
singing,
boy.
I start singing from 1957,
Yes.
and you never have a Jamaica ska festival there.
But it's all over Europe.
All over Europe is a ska festival. Every year I tour. I just came off a tour 2 Fridays ago.
That's why I'm happy I caught you here.
Yeah, and I do 7 weeks of it.
7 weeks ska
Yeah.
festival in Europe.
Yeah.
And it's our
And-
music,
and-
our
and
foundation,
the
we've
only-
never had one.
And the only reason why I came back on the 2nd of July is because I do the July, August to September last year.
Is
So
that
they wouldn't allow me to do this year that I do the more spring one. this year.
okay?
So you see, in Europe, I mean, all over Europe, I mean, Sweden, Belgium, Holland, Germany, Spain, Italy. This one, I was the first one to go there in Austria.
Austria.
I was the first black artist there,
Wow.
and that was last year.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was the
Wow.
first black artist to work on it. All of them things on the internet, so you bought them up.
So how did they respond to you when you were
Okay,
there?
I'm number 1. I'm telling you. I ain't
And I
joking
mean,
about this.
no, I'm not joking, but I'm saying, did the ladies try to grab your shirt and
Well, they can't catch me.
They can't.
Can't because of the bodyguards.
Yeah.
They guard it, you know. But when I come off, say, off the stage and round to the backstage, they allow few people come in to take pictures and so on and so on. And when they hold on to you, you don't want to let go.
trust me.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a chance to perform or tour in Africa?
No, I never.
Yeah. I wonder what ska is like in Africa. I haven't heard
I
if
don't
it's
know. I don't know really.
as big as reggae more so,
Reggae
later
more-
on.
I think reggae is bigger in Africa.
Yes,
Ska
yes.
music kill Europe.
Yes, of course.
And part of United States,
So-
like California area.
Yes. So we need a ska festival in Jamaica.
Jamaica need that.
We
badly.
need to bring it back. Let me ask you, when you talk about ska, rocksteady, reggae, and dancehall, how would you explain the musical difference?
The difference in ska music. ska music is a whole orchestration of music, right? You have horns, you don't have nobody dropping out this about drum and bass, and you have the whole body of music playing, and it's a faster step in music. If you have a rocksteady show with an ska artist on it, the ska artist is supposed to go over better than the rocksteady. You know why? When the ska music is playing, everybody want to move. But when the rocksteady, you're just dead. Rock your little self like
Side to
that. You're not
side.
getting no vibes
Yeah.
in rocksteady music. That is a big
Difference between those
difference
two.
between ska and rocksteady. And anybody know that, it's true.
Yes.
In the dance, first time in the dance hall, when they dance in ska music, you would have the girls, I mean them quinoline. Quinoline was like a stiff
Big stiff.
dress, you know, wide. And when the man hold her hand and let her go, she spin
Spin,
and catch her back, and another man with the one side waiting on her to catch her on that side before she come back around to you, and it's a fun.
Let me ask you, when you went to the dance, I mean, how many ladies you think you've taken to a dance back in those days?
Oh God, we take a lot of ladies to dance, but first one, you know, say don't carry sand to the sea.
Oh, so
When
you
you
will
go
go to the
dance,
dance to look for.
That's
Now I get
You
it.
find a lot of girls in there, and I want to tell you,
Mhm.
this dance hall they call caterers, that's right at Manchester Square.
Caterers.
Caterers dance hall, and this sound called V-Rocket. Whenever it reached 12 in the midnight, you'd hear him play a song named Midnight. Midnight, I spend another lonely day, you know, and every man have to
Have to
catch a
grab a
woman.
lady.
And when you catch it, they say they have mixed song now, you mean like in the mix from those days it came.
Yeah.
Because it's from music to music, no break.
Yes.
Music to music go right on for 1 hour.
Nice.
So you make your date right there.
Right,
With
that's
any
all.
girl. you
At
go.
midnight to 1 o'clock.
Midnight to 1.
What time would the dance normally lock off?
Oh, go right through.
Right through
Right.
till morning. All right. So there's nothing new in what we're doing in these
No,
days.
not new, it's only different dance.
Different dance. That's
Because
true.
just pure soft music going to play from 12 to 1. Pure soul music that you have to hold your partner close to you, and you know, then you make love, yeah.
Let me ask you. Did you have to ask the ladies to dance? And if you did,
Oh, yes,
how,
you do.
Tell me, how would you walk up to a lady and ask
Yeah,
her to
you,
dance?
you might see a girl stand on a corner on her own. You step over and say, can I have a dance, please? If she say yes, you hold her hand and you take her out on the floor. If not, if you're not interested, she would say no, you walk away, go look another
Go
different.
look another one.
Yeah.
What was
They were very disciplined.
and what was a typical pickup line for you when you weren't at a dance and you were trying to talk to a sweet lady?
Oh, God.
Come on,
You
tell
mean
me
what
all
I would say to her.
Tell me all the sweet things you used
Oh
to say.
God, you don't have to tell her nothing sweet. When you have her in your arms and dancing now,
That's when
then
you,
you start telling her sweet
what kind
nothing.
what kind of sweet nothing you used to whisper in their ear? Come now,
All
Derrick,
kind of thing,
share.
man.
Give me a couple. Let me hear.
Eh?
Give me a couple of the sweet ones.
There's so many sweet things you can say to a woman.
Like
you can
what?
tell her how much you love her and you never mean it.
Those things worked in those
Yeah,
days.
it still works. You know?
We're gonna talk so much more with you. I love being in the studio. I'm having a good time.
I gotta get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Rise up, rise up, rise up. You gotta keep on moving.
Jamaica, Jamaica.
I gotta get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Rise up, rise up, rise up. You gotta keep on moving.
Okay, I'm sorry you missed out, but Just a while ago, Derrick told me some of the sweet nothings, and you don't want to hear what he used to say to these ladies. However, Derrick, back in the 60s, 70s, you're chilling on the corner with your brethren. Tell us about the topic of conversation most times.
Yeah, well, you know, men used to talk about girlfriends and so on. You have to talk about your girl or what new girl you meet or whatsoever, you know. Yeah. Those was nice days because I had a friend, we used to name Derrick too. Call him Derrick also. He was a dentist. And in the nights, the both of us always going girls hunting.
Lord have mercy.
I don't see in the night.
Yes.
But I ride a bicycle.
Hold on. You couldn't see in the night.
I don't see in the night period.
So you drive.
You know, ride.
You ride a bike.
Bicycle, yeah.
You won.
Yeah, I have a bicycle.
You knew your way.
And my friend have a bicycle. And I would have my hand on his shoulder like this.
Oh.
And both of us riding. And we would go anywhere we want to go. And see the girls and tell me how they look. Because we not look ugly girl.
No.
And so many of them know me. Know me. Them see me, them know me. And enough would like to, you know, get in touch with us and so on. And we would ride and take up to a girl and we go up. We used to live off Russell Road there. What's the name of that? Yeah.
Where in?
Up Maxville Avenue.
Okay.
Russell Road. Not Listen Road, the other one.
Not Lynners, not Chelsea Road. No.
But I used to live there and go there with me and Derrick would take with girls there and you know, go with enough things. We talk and love, we make everything.
Make conversation.
Have good time.
I can just imagine. But now I go there. How many children you have?
I get 14.
14?
Yeah, 14 children. 7 boys, 7 girls.
And you can't say a nine?
Me not have to see that.
But Lord have mercy. But hold on. You're not easy.
Yeah man, we have 14 children. Well, it would be really 16.
Wow.
Because I don't count 2 died. That dead.
Okay.
That's with my wife has 6 children.
For you. That's Auntie Nelly.
That's Auntie Nelly.
She's very pretty too.
She got to be, she couldn't be Derrick Morgan.
All right. And I'm friends with one of your children. Great artist. The Queen Ifrica as well. Yes. But Derrick, let me ask you though, what are your, well, that's a talk on the corner with you and your friend Derrick on the bike about the ladies. That's very interesting. What about the political conversations that you would have? Because you've obviously, since the 60s, you were around for independence. You've seen so much of our political history. Yeah,
I really never in the politics. Never really in that because me never follow up them things there. Up till today, me still not do it.
Right. You know, was it really dangerous for artists? I mean, what about the Peace Love concert in '78? Why was that necessary? And is that that Manley and Siago, whoever put this together, were they really using the musicians at the time?
After that, in that time, that means the artists them were getting, you know, some artists headlights and they follow. It's not like me, from my band, I never smoke weed. You understand me? I don't say I'm against it, I never use it, and I don't want to after reaching 70. Alright, these artists will come up now, the younger set artists, say from, well, I think was Bob of the peace business, don't it?
Yeah,
Bob Marley.
Bob was
you
there.
You see him get himself in politics. And the worst thing you can do is dry yourself in politics. In your own country. You don't want it. I don't want that as an artist.
Right.
I don't like that.
You feel it's better to separate it.
Yes, I would tell every artist right now, say, better you just be free.
Yes.
You know.
All right.
And get out of that thing.
Get out and run from the politics.
Yes.
Derrick, let me ask you, Belly Woman, my first taste of love. Make it tande. How that one go? Make it tan way?
Make it tande, Liza, make it tande.
How can I forget? Stand By Me, Shower of Rain, 7 Letters. We talked about Benny King earlier. I mean, the catalog now. How many songs do you think you've recorded?
Well, approximately 3,000.
3,000 or so.
If that not more.
I know you don't remember
I
the.
can't remember them, but I'm telling you.
Over
I
3,000.
do a lot of songs. It's so many songs that sometimes I hear them and they know it's me singing it. You know.
Yes.
At one time I have 7 tunes in the top 10, you know, from 1 to number 7.
Here in Jamaica.
Yes.
Wow. At the same time.
Same time, 1 to number 7.
Was that a pay? Was that a payola? I know you're good, you know, but I ask you, was there anything such?
No, we didn't have payola.
No payola in those
payola.
days.
Those days, if you have a payholder and they know, they get arrested. I mean, they will get fired, like Ratcliffe Butler. Ratcliffe Butler, and I think is Bonnie Lee, my brother.
Yes.
Bonnie must go up and let them know, say he paid for it. And then he get fired. From JBC, never go back. And them thing. Those days, the payola never really in.
Okay.
Artists, the announcers hear the song, they love it, they come and they take it and they play it. They play it while the songs are good. I remember I made one named Housewife Choice.
Yes.
Alright, Mary God was the woman who named it Housewife Choice because of how it was requested. It requests so much on the radio, she called it Housewife Choice right the right.
Because them home listening and them
Yes.
want to hear it again.
And she called it Housewife Choice. And the reason why we get to name it Housewife Choice because when we put out the record first, it's on white label. We call it pre-release.
Okay.
So we just write the name Derrick Morgan, You Don't Know How Much I Love You. That's what the song is called. When she get that and start playing it, every day it requested so much on the radio, and she just changed the name and called it the Housewife Choice. So when Beverly's going to release it and put the label as Housewife Choice. Yeah.
There you go. Dig up your records. What have been the most challenging moments in your career?
Well, I didn't have much challenge in my career because this is what God gave me.
And you've been hitting from the get-go.
From the very first song, I've been making hits, and that's why Africa is so great because I'm telling you, she's taking a whole footstep off me.
I think so.
Everything that I do, I notice she getting it right away. And that's why I'm so much interested in her. That way, she take the whole of my vine. I own the 14 kids, she only one their vine. The rest of them do good too, you know, because I have doctor, I have finance officer, I have nurses, and I have photographer.
So you have good, you have
all
good
of my
stock.
children keep my head up. All of my children keep my head up. There's not one that make me look down.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Let me ask you now. You ready for the question I'm about to ask you? It's simple. You ready? We're writing the Derrick Morgan book. Who would it be dedicated to? How would it be written? Dedicated to?
Well, I have to dedicate my book to my wife. She's with me for 47 years.
Wow.
You know, and it's still going strong. Going on. Well, that book would definitely dedicate it to her.
Definitely. Oh, lovely. Chapter 1. How would chapter 1 look?
Chapter
what
1?
would be the title?
That's a good one. I don't know yet, but the book is on the way.
It's on its way. All right. Let me ask you, have you ever had a very embarrassing moment on stage that you can remember?
One time I have an embarrassing night on stage. Just once in my life. And that was at the theater on Wynyard Road. It's called Ritz.
The Ritz.
Ritz, is it? Yeah, that theater a little bit below Madhouse. What's its name? If it's
either way,
it's not Ritz because Ritz would be up on Maxfield.
Okay, so on Wynyard Road.
The only embarrassing time I ever have that night when nobody know I could sing. Nobody know because the only blind artist they used to have is Roy Richards. And Roy Richards they always throw money on stage for him when he's playing motor organ.
Mm-hmm.
But I would be a blind artist and they don't know.
Yes.
I never let nobody know I couldn't see.
Yes.
And I go on stage at night, and when I finish work, tear down the place. It's leaving the stage now, but the stage have a like, you know what you call it, a half moon,
Yes.
round like so. And when I leave the middle, after I go in the middle of the stage and coming off stage now with that light,
Yeah.
whether it was in the eye, I walk straight so. I don't come around the curve going straight and step right off.
Lord.
And they catch me.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, everybody catch me in the eye and me never drop. They catch me, but I was off the stage.
And so
That was the only embarrassing night I have.
Oh, I wonder if they thought it was intentional.
No, they didn't know. Then some people say, we him drunk.
Oh yeah, or him
You
drunk,
know,
one of
you
them.
know.
Yes.
But see, I couldn't see and I walked straight off the stage that night. That was the only embarrassing night I ever had.
Wow. So you went from an artist into your own music production. Your label, you have Hop Records. So you have Hop Records now. So you're a one man business right now, one
doing
stop.
Hop Records from 1965.
Right.
Hop Records, I started producing artists. Max Romeo song that Let the Power Fall at Night, that's mine.
Yes.
Red Bomball, Light and Devon. You have Derrick Wilson. You have I mean the hit songs that I'm trying to find.
Yeah.
But those things just blank the head, you know. But I'm doing that for a long time.
So
you know, I do Viceroys and those guys, and you know.
okay. So what do you love most? It could be anything. I'm not even talking music. Just what does Derrick Morgan love most?
Women, not more.
Not more than women.
I love women.
What do you love most about women?
Everything about women.
It's good for you. Can you cook, Derrick?
Very good.
And what do you like to cook?
I cook anything you want.
Anything?
From Chinese, come right down.
Wow, you're not
I'm very
easy.
good at cooking.
Yeah?
I'm cleaning up too.
Yeah.
As a blind man, you can't believe it. If I have an electric stove and it breaks, and I fix that stove, you know, and you don't know. I'm
Boy,
blind. I'm very much independent in my blindness.
that's amazing. And have you ever wished you could see?
Sometimes I get the urge that say, boy, if I never blind, this would not be one third or something. You know, sometimes I really get mad.
Yeah.
Another time, but it's not to put against God.
No.
It's just among my own feelings.
Which is
Sometimes I
normal.
wish I could make my own move because sometimes you have to depend, you know.
On people
When you're
to-
blind, you have to depend.
Yeah, and that can be challenging. But you're still going. Is
The
it
worst
some?
part in my blindness is when I can't go unknown.
Yeah, I can understand that. So when you tour, internationally, you have somebody from Jamaica that tours with you, because we've seen people walk you
All the time.
on the stage.
All the time.
Yes.
There's not someone that really assists me.
Yes. The horn players in Europe and the bands, I've seen shows with you in Europe where you have the European players. Can they play the ska like the Jamaicans?
Better.
Why? What is that? Why is that?
They play better. You know why? If you give a English band, a European band, your song to rehearse, those guys so anxious to play you that they tremble. They can't believe they're gonna back Derrick Morgan. So they sit down on that song for a whole 2 months before me reach. You see, when I reach and there, all I have to do is tell them the lineup, how I want it to come down the line. And any mistake that was on that record, they make it too. That's how good they are.
Wow.
You give it to a Jamaican man and fling that down until the day when you come for rehearse and just rehearse one night. And when you go up and say, no, remember I take him do.
What is that about us? Is it that we are indisciplined as a people?
Indiscipline is one, and them feel like them know better than everybody. Our musicians not ready when me say that. Them can vex when me talk, but them not ready. Them have no discipline with rehearsal and everything. You give them a song to rehearse 10 weeks before you come. And when you come, them don't know one line. They must start the same day when you come. One
Sad.
stage to make you feel shame.
That is so sad.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, Derrick, what advice would you give to the young people out there? One advice.
Well, the best, live clean. That is number one, and kill the violence and go. If they will like music, you go in music and do it the right and proper way. Clean words, clean versions and so on. I would like them to do everything that's good because from me I grow, me I do good. Follow my footsteps, they can't do wrong.
Follow Derrick Morgan's footsteps. You can never go wrong. All I can say, it's been a pleasure being here with you in your parish,
Oh, yes.
in your studio.
That's right.
It was a pleasure meeting your dog,
Yeah.
meeting your beautiful wife.
Thank you.
And we're gonna take it out until another studio session. It's been a pleasure, it's been an honor, it has been informative, so retrospective, so rootsy. I love it.